Thank you for having me this evening.
Okay, so Kira, thank you, girl. You've sent me a lot of
Yes.
authors that I get to know. And what's really special in this particular instance, because you are a new connection to me. And when I started these virtual bookstore author series, a lot of the times I already owned the book, and then I reached out to the person to do this chat. And you were so kind to send me 3 of your books. So let's say, first of all, where are you in this incredible blue marble we call it Earth today? Where are you?
I am in wet and dreary North Bay, Ontario, Canada. But it's only temporary.
Yay! Come out
Yay!
to the West Coast. When it's safe to do so, come west. It's
You
absolutely
you
beautiful
bet
here.
I will. I love it there too. Yes.
And I'll share with you the funny family connection, then we'll get deep into the books, is because North Bay, my sister-in-law Lisa Rishi, her
Yes.
family is from North Bay. And
Yes.
I did a quick little text message back and forth. I said, do you happen to know the Rishis? And you do know the Rishis,
I
because North
do.
Bay is not that big.
Mhm.
And I know I've reconnected up to friends. So that's the power of human connection and reaching out and just chatting and asking. So with that being said, now it's time to ask you a couple of questions. So how many books have you written?
I've written 3 solo books, and I've participated in 4 collaborative books with As You Wish Publishing. So it's been a blast. Mhm.
Well, and there you go. We from previous sessions that I've had with different authors, we have covered that. We've had some nonfiction people on here. We've had some collaborative people on here. We've had some fiction writers on here. So that's interesting. You're kind of balanced out. So what was your very first book?
Oh, my pride and joy. This is called Leap of Faith: From Fear to Fulfillment. There you've got it too. And I wrote this one. It was published in 2008, and it was totally from an epiphany that I received while I was treating a Reiki client. And basically, I was told to cease treating clients for a while to reach more people. And I thought, well, how can I reach more people if I stop treating them? And it was to write the book. And so I did.
And what was your process to write this book? Because part of this is when people watch these videos, and then I take the video and put it up on my YouTube, is a little bit of knowledge, because I feel we all have a story in us, and some take pen to paper or fingers to keyboard or dictate and write their story. And some people keep their story inside. So what spurred you and the process to writing your first book, kind of timelines and things like that?
Oh, very cool. This was just so delightful because I was in the throes of building my Reiki practice, and it's so inspirational, and how Reiki has basically saved my life and guided me to be all that I can be. And so in treating clients and helping them evolve and heal themselves through the practice of Reiki, then to reach more people and to share that. But also, it's also part 2 is collaborative, because I gave my clients and family and friends opportunity to share their journeys, their stories of their leaps of faith as well. And so my leap of faith was to leave the security of a job as a single mom at the time with 3 children, to leave that security with benefits and all, and take my leap of faith and build a Reiki practice, so it's kind of non-conventional, just that woo-woo, and just build it. And so, I took that leap of faith, and everything manifested. When you're in your zone and you're doing what you're here to do, you're living your life on purpose with that purpose, everything just manifested so beautifully. And I built Harmony House, my Reiki practice, and there we have it. And the book says it all. And other people shared their stories and some poetry, and just lovely. It's just so lovely. And I feel this book, and without tooting my own horn, it would be a perfect book to bring into your life now. And in this time of, it really is a really good inspirational book to just, lift your spirit, find some hope, and just know that you have it too. Yeah. There's wonderful gems in there.
Yeah, my leap of faith happened about 2 Augustus ago, if that's the proper way to say that word, 2 summers ago in an August, and I jumped out of a plane. So that was my leap of faith. And I have to tell you, from that particular moment, people were saying, "Are you afraid? You know, were you afraid? Were you afraid?" And number one, I was so excited because it was a bit of a fundraiser. I had to raise $700 to be able to go up in the plane, and the money was for at-risk youth. So it was near and dear to my heart. So it's like fast. And there was some people that came in the very last moment. Within 24 hours, I was about $300 short. And I just put it out on my social media going, this is my dream. This is my bucket list. I want to jump out of a plane. And I had so many people in that last 24 hours said, Jeanette, you do such great work and help the community. We'll make sure you get up in the plane. And then when I was going up, I was like, you know what? I've got this person behind me who's in it and he wants to live. I've got this incredible group of ladies that I was with that all raised funds as well. So they got my back, and I've got the divine has got my back. So it's like, girl, you're going 10,000 feet. Let's enjoy this. Let's totally enjoy this leap of faith. Do you have a favorite? I know the whole book is your favorite, and it's so beautiful. The cover is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite passage that you'd like to share with this book?
From there.
You froze a little bit. Do you have like a favorite passage or a poem or a mantra out of this book you'd like to share?
Do you know what works for me and what I share in there is the serenity prayer. And so it's not my own, but that serenity prayer still gets me where I need to go. Because even as I journey through life, there are steadily layers that we need to grow through and to evolve to. And so the serenity prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The other gem in this book is that I share my desire list, all that I deserve and desire. This is personal, however, it's so poignant, and it's a good starting point where I share that I do things to please myself as well as others. And I desire, and you write down all that I desire because I'm worthy of all these good things. Absolutely. And to not be ashamed or feel guilty to desire a better life. It's not selfish.
Beautiful. I love that. So I know Mother's Day, planting a little seed here, is coming up, and your 3 books that I have are up on the MYBC Consulting website under the bookstore, and you could buy them. And you know what? You could always do a little screenshot and go, Mom, you're getting this book, and it'll probably ship after Mother's Day, or who knows if it's in stock wherever it's being sold. It could be within 24 hours. So let's move on to what was the next book that you wrote?
The next one, oh my! So in between all of this, then, you know, universe played a trick with me. Well, I kind of challenged it. And so that I stepped out of my element for the love of my life and to save his practice. And so universe will tell you when you're not in your element. And so I had a stroke, and recovering from a stroke is a journey in itself. And so when you recover, sometimes you revisit your traumas. And so the trauma in my life was vividly revisited. And so then I figured it was also, I put it in a positive light, and I wrote this next book, and it's because I didn't tell. And so I take ownership for the tragic events in my life, but I put a positive twist on it in that in the time that I evolved to harmony, I now forgive myself for. And at the end of each chapter, those are the gems that I put, 2 gems. I now forgive myself for. We all make mistakes. And the mistakes that I made at that time were of true survival and to save myself and the lives of my unborn child at the time and people that I love. And so forgiving myself was huge. And the other thing at the end of each chapter is a pearl of wisdom, because this book, which should probably come with 2 warnings. One, it may trigger some trauma, but the other is that when you pick it up, you're not going to put it down. So be prepared.
I agree. I agree. I didn't want to spoil our interview and read these books ahead of time because I wanted to hear your voice and your passion of the book. That's part of absorbing
Thank
art
you.
for me. Is
Oh,
my house is surrounded with art, and I can tell you when I look at certain pieces and now at your book, your voice will now be in my head as I read it, because I
oh,
started reading it tonight and I'm like, wow, oh
yeah.
wow, what an incredible story. And then when I got to the end of the first chapter,
Mm,
it was surprising.
yes.
When you say the pearls of wisdom in chapter 1, I'm going to share with you, with
Yes.
everybody, whoever's
Yes.
watching and listening right now. This is
Mhm.
what Suzanne is getting across at the end of every one, because
Yes,
forgiveness is so powerful. Because
it
remember,
is.
forgiveness is for ourselves. It's not for the person, it's for ourselves, so
Mhm.
we can move on. And it's how
Yes.
I now forgive myself for my nativity. I hope I'm saying that right.
Naivety, my naivety.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm. You're welcome.
Deciding to be his friend. There's a
Mhm.
little clue there.
Mhm.
Not reporting the rape to
Yeah.
police.
Mhm.
Taking a shower and going to work instead of going to the hospital immediately upon regaining consciousness.
Yes.
Agreeing to his terms. And the pearls of wisdom. Forgiveness allows me to heal and be peaceful as I move forward in life. It does not mean what happened is okay. I
Mhm.
value the lesson. I leave the experience behind. So it's not defining you.
That's right. It's so
Wow.
liberating, isn't it? Yes.
So me and this little book here is, now I'm intrigued, but I'm going to respect you because
Oh, thank you.
we're on screen with this one. And this one is written in a pen name. Can you
Yes.
explain to our readers what writing a book in a pen name means and why you did that?
Well, I didn't do it when I sent it
Oh,
to the publishers. I sent it in my own name, having been published already, and really having really poured my heart and soul into this, and having had permission from my children and everyone involved in this true story. This is my life, um, other than the predators, but I
mhm.
really didn't care, because I didn't give them a name. I just had italicized he and him and his, rather than giving a name. Um, so the publisher were excited to publish this book because it is raw and real, but it's also um, it's very purposeful,
Mhm.
very, very purposeful. And but their condition was that I take a pen name and change the names of my children as well, and the dates a little bit.
And
And I
you,
was a little, I was taken aback, but I agreed to, because it was very purposeful and it was effective, and because I had healed myself. It was very cathartic also to write this and release it. Ironically, it was published right in the midst of Harvey Weinstein,
oh,
2017, the whole Me Too movement. Thank you, divine intervention.
oh,
And Balboa Press is the self-publishing arm of Hay House. So
okay.
this meets their criteria, really, you know, and it really was, as I say, cathartic, but it also serves as a warning to those, hopefully not to have to go through any of what I went through. It's very cathartic and healing for those who have, and I received so many emails, letters, text messages for those of all ages who say, now I am free. I have forgiven myself, never mind the predator, for guilt, for shame, for all of that goes along with these events, and that they can move forward in their life. They didn't know that they could, or even had permission to. Isn't that amazing?
It
And
is amazing.
this book is in all of the shelters across Canada, the shelters of Canada, because I spoke for Shelters of Canada, yes, in 2018. And I gave each copy to the participants that event in Ottawa in 2018. And even Sophie Gregoire Trudeau, if you go on my website, you'll see that I'm handing her a copy of this book. And yeah.
That's beautiful. And it's I Catch a Star.
Yes, I catch
your
a star
pen
because
name.
yeah.
And
Yeah, it is.
I'm just going to say that those who are feeling empty, this is going to fill you up. This is
It will.
a little book, but a big story is going to fill you up.
It's powerful. It's impactful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
you're very welcome. Okay, and the next book, I hope it's the one that I have, because I have never heard these initials used in this way. Let's put it that way.
So cool.
Yes. So is it this one?
This is it.
Okay, guys, I know WTF stands for what the F, da, 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 da. But in your world, WTF stands for what, Suzanne?
Willing to forgive. Yay!
Oh.
And it certainly comes, as you know now, from the WTF life. However, it's really a roadmap to forgiveness. You know, it really is. It's I don't want to say an exercise book. It's a guide to help people get there too. So this too serves really well during this pandemic. And I talk about it because I started writing it in 2019. And then I too got stuck because I lost a whole lot of people, not even from COVID. So there was a lot of grief, a lot of death, a lot of loss. And then I found this wonderful, my wisdom wheels that I'm sitting in was my peaceful place that I could write. And that was some divine intervention that, you know, I do pray a lot. I believe in prayer. And I prayed for a peaceful place so I could get this done. And forgiveness, you know, that wonderful Todd and Kira Schaefer gave me permission to extend the deadline, so to speak, so I could arrive alive. As I say, they could have a God-given book or an ego-driven book, because it would have totally been ego-driven to finish on time, but it totally is God-given. And that's how my books are written, really. It is these downloads that come, and it just comes. You know, the recorder is my best friend because I'm a two-finger typist. Each book should be embossed in gold.
So there you go. If you're looking to be a writer and you got a recorder, so there's no stumbling block. There's no obstacle in the way. If you've got it in your head, let's get it out.
And our phones do that now. Our phones do that.
Yes, of course. I've heard a number of authors say when they're out for a walk and they use, there's an app, Otter, I think Otter Speak or something like that. And then it translates and it gets your story out, and then you have fun rereading it and going, did I really say that? And then it's there for you to type out, get it typed out.
Yes.
So I kind of just flip the book open to chapter 6, and where I have this thing called I do the W5 story, and where is number 3, where forgiveness does not necessarily mean shake hands and make up. It doesn't even require a physical connection. It's a soulful journey to freedom. Wow. Just absolutely beautiful.
It really is. Yes.
Oh, number 1 best-selling on Amazon. So who should get this book? Who's your reader? Who's your soul that needs to have this these words put right here?
You know, there is no age limit for this one, because even, you know, I remember being a child in grade school, and the teachers saying, okay, shake hands and make up now. And you're still wounded. And it's there's got to be the time and the feeling to register that forgiveness. And so to understand it and to get to that point, rather than just because they say so doesn't mean I feel that. And I get that. And so to know that it is that journey to freedom. And when you accept it, and to understand that it's a personal thing, just like, and it takes practice. And we're tested. Oh my good Lord. You know, the things we no longer tolerate are in there too. That's a good thing to review. And then you have to walk the talk.
Absolutely. So now whenever I say WTF, I'm going to be thinking, Am I willing to forgive this situation instead of being nasty and thinking of those initials? So we've covered 3
Yeah.
and you're 7. So let's chat for the last couple of minutes about your collaboration books.
Oh, they were so much fun and so participating. And I will tell you, if you want to write a book, and I'm really going to push Kira and Todd Schaefer. So As You Wish Publishing, go there. Because number one, they're the best people to work with. They'll get back to you the same day or within the day
Oh,
with any answer to the questions you have. They are so lovely, and they promote you really well. They're awesome. So Inspirations,
okay.
this was lovely, lovely. And so I have a 1,500 word insert in here as well. And it's 101 uplifting stories for daily happiness. So get this, you want this. And I'm telling you, this came out at the same time as Oprah's book, you know, her that book that she had that was out, and it was other people's, you know, stories, the Great Book or something like that. It was an interesting book, which I got as a hardcover. And I will tell you, the stories in here are so heartfelt, and they're real people with real stories. There's even a mother and daughter who write in this, and there's a young child with a story about her dog. There's are real stories, real heartfelt stories, and they are uplifting and heartfelt. So this is good. Really, it's time to participate is wonderful. When Angels Speak. And so because I communicate with angels all the time. So because I'm psychic and medium, and also that comes through the Reiki sessions and just in my life. And so there's a 2,500 word article in here that I've participated in. And when you have a larger article, they put your picture in there as well. So it's really nice, your biography. And so this too, look at, and even when you open it, it makes angel wings.
Oh, that's beautiful. So if we can go to your section in there, would you mind reading maybe a line or 2 of what you've got written in there?
Oh, sure. My section is I believe in angels, because I do. Oh, there's my picture. My hair was shorter. So, oh, wowie. I do the wonderful acknowledgements too. And I love when they give you opportunity to acknowledge the people who've helped you get to where you are in life. So, oh, I'm going to read. It was after the birth of our twins, Chantal and Chad. Chad miraculously chose to be an angel as he died upon his delivery. What a blessing you are, Chad, to have chosen to allow your 2 sisters and me to move forward in our life, knowing, my dear Chad, that had you survived, the next chapter of our lives would probably have been filled with more grief than if you had survived. Not because of you, because of the troubled man who fathered the 3 of you. This leap of faith required that I leave him. It's as if Chad, a true angel in our lives, knew that had he survived, perhaps this sick man would not have fallen out of our lives. A son is what he truly desired, and he certainly would have behaved differently in a fight for custody of his son. Although it was with disgrace and after an emotionally disturbing battle, he did choose to leave us alone. So, and yeah, it's just, so my beautiful Chad is an angel. Yeah, I know. And so
you have a son and a son.
I have a son and a son. Yeah.
You have a son and a son in your life. That's beautiful.
I do. I have a lot of sunshine, don't I?
Okay, so in the next book. I love books, guys. I really love books.
do, and this is The Grateful Soul.
Now you're speaking my language about being grateful with the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. Yes.
And gratitude, right? Having gratitude, and I think this one, my saving grace is what I wrote about, and my saving grace is that I journal every day and I write about gratitude. And it truly is a saving grace, and having that and truly being grateful, what a great way to start. And even if you can think of 3 things, even at the end of the worst day, that you're grateful for before you go to sleep, you will sleep well. There's always
Absolutely.
something, even that you're in a bed to sleep
Yes.
that night. Be
Yes.
grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're coming up to the end of our time together, and I
Yeah,
feel we could be the bestest of friends forever and
we
ever.
could.
We're
We could.
incredibly aligned with the styles of books you write, the book
Mhm.
titles, the juicy stories, and how you help
Yeah.
people. I just
Mhm.
know that you would be a fast friend, and we are. We're not strangers
We
anymore.
are.
We've
I
met.
know.
So
We
I'll leave
have.
the last word to you about what it means to be a published author.
It means the most wonderful opportunity to share what inspires you to get up every day and
Mm,
share what you know. If you have something of value to say, and this is how you do it, then do it. It also says that you're willing to be vulnerable, because in
mhm.
all of that, you have to accept rejection. I don't write books international bestseller. I don't write books for the acclaim, and I certainly don't write books for royalties. I write books because I'm inspired to do so. And then it just comes. And I honestly, whenever I do, I'll say sometimes, oh my gosh, I'm not going to write another one, because it's quite the process. However, I love to do things and complete them. So the fruition of completing it. But also then when you get a response, when you hear from somebody and you see how it has changed their life or has given them that hope, which is this last one, this everyday hope too. This is a
Okay.
fun one. It's all kinds of quotes, just lovely quotes to give you everyday hope. And so I think that would be it. If there's a story inside of you, if you've got a book, if you've got something to say that's of value, know that you're worth it. And that if you change one life, then you've already lived your life purpose.
Well, that's absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much, Suzanne, for sharing with me this evening. I am the steward or stewardess of 3 of your books that I'm going to cherish and dive into the pages. Like I said, now I've
Yay.
got your voice in my head, so it's going to make it a little bit. It's going to make a big special journey now as I read your books. So
Oh,
thank you for
thanks.
being my guest. Tune in next Tuesday night. I can't remember if I'm going to be on at 6 or 7. I've got another author that I know, and I'm booked up until I think August 1st or the first part of August with various authors. So I'm blessed to know these people and they want to share their story. And I have this platform that I can share as well. So check out MYBCconsulting.com, virtual bookstore tab, and you will find Suzanne's books available for purchase with the link to wherever you get the book from. So,
Excellent.
well,
Yes.
thank you, everybody. And Mother's Day is coming up. So maybe buy Mom a book because she's tucked in at home,
Yeah.
a nice cup of tea, and it would be definitely heartfelt as well. So
Thanks,
bye-bye,
Jeanette.
everybody. And we will see you again soon at the MYBC Virtual Bookstore.
Thank you.